Welcome back to the next move with Valetax. My name is Innocent Ifere, educator for Africa and trading content specialist here at Valetax. As always, we're going to be exploring opportunities and diving into the outlooks for the market ahead of the week and not forgetting the fundamentals that could be influencing the market ahead for the week. But before we get started, let's take a quick recap and look at what the ideas for last week were. On last week's trade idea on the XAUUSD, we did see a potential possible correction to happen on the XAUUSD before prices continued bullish. Although the correction wasn't as expected, we did in fact see the XAUUSD continue to rally, hitting the 3,657 price levels. And prices have been ranging at that level till the end of the close of the market on Friday. And for the EURUSD trade idea from last week, we were in fact expecting the end of the correction move for the bulls to take over the market and continue to push prices to the upside. And that was exactly what happened. We still see price with bullish momentum heading to actually sweep liquidity, resting above that resistance at the 1.18 levels. And moving forward for the week, the outlook for this week and trade ideas are on the XAUUSD, the dollar index, and the GBPJPY. And for the XAUUSD for this week, we see the XAUUSD stuck within the range at the very highs that it created last week, ranging between the 3,657 levels and the 3,647 levels. Although with the possible interest rate decision to be made this week, we are still going to linger around our consolidation until the decision is made. So there's a possible ranging scenario for the XAUUSD, so do trade carefully. And for the dollar index, we still see prices stuck within that August range of the 98.7 level and the 97.2 levels. Although we did see that the XY hit a valid support level at the 93.6 levels, that range still keeps prices in a very sticky situation. And with inflation talks and interest rate decision talks, we might most likely get a move on the dollar index, hopefully based off the direction in which the Federal Bank Reserve decides to make moves. And for the GBPJPY, we see prices finally taking out the liquidity at the 200 resistance level and bouncing back at the 198 levels to continue to the upside. We have started to see the continuation of the buys already and looking for opportunities to key in ahead of the week. Although there will be fundamentals that could be affecting or influencing the direction of these pairs this week. And talking about fundamentals, you know there is no technicals without fundamentals. On Tuesday, we have the core retail sales for the USD. On Wednesday, we have CPI for GBP, and we have the federal funds rate decision and FOMC statement on Wednesday as well for the USD. On Thursday, we have the monetary policy and interest rate decision for the GBP, and on Friday, we have the policy report statement and decision for the JPY pairs. And those are the high impact news that you should watch out for and could influence the pairs that we've discussed and giving you trade ideas for. The summary for this week's trade idea is a possible ranging scenario on the XAUUSD and the dollar index. Prices will most likely continue to range through the week until a decision is made and the FOMC statement announced for prices to finally pick a side to let us know the next move on direction for the market. So do trade carefully. And for the GBPJPY, there is an expectation for a continuation of the buys to target higher levels. Although fundamentals as well could be affecting both the GBP and the JPY this week. So trade carefully. And this is but a trade idea and not a trading signal with no guarantee for success. So remember to always do your own research and apply risk management where equivalent. And as always, I'll catch you same time, same place next week on The Next Move with Valetax.